All right, guys, so this is just some news that just broke today. Not major, earth-shattering breaking news, but this kind of just goes into what I've been saying in a couple of videos prior, that with new technology, it takes a while for the world to catch up with it. But in the end, I'm very optimistic about the future of music licensing, because if the world wants music and the entertainment industry wants music and online streaming services want music, they will have to pay, and pay fairly, for high quality music. And so this kind of just confirms sort of that belief that I've had. So as of today, ASCAP and YouTube reach a multi-year agreement for U.S. performance rights. So ASCAP and YouTube have signed a multi-year agreement effective immediately for U.S. public performance rights and data collaboration. The mutual goal of this agreement is to work together to ensure ASCAP members get paid more fairly and accurately for the use of their music on YouTube. Now, disclaimer, I have not read this agreement. I don't know what the specifics are. I don't know how much more songwriters and producers are going to be making for having their songs placed on YouTube placements. I have gotten quite a few placements, obviously, with my music being out there on YouTube, and it is pretty laughable. I mean, just pennies that you're going to get from YouTube. So this is great. I'm hoping that this means that things are going in the right direction. Again, I haven't read the details. I'll have to look a little further into this to see how much more fair this is for songwriters. But this just shows you that if there's a need in the marketplace for high quality music, you'll see the government, you'll see ASCAP, BMI, all these organizations start to fight to, it's always a struggle back and forth, whose interests actually are going to win out in the end. But I do believe that having high quality music in the world is something that people want, Americans want, the world wants. And if composers and producers are not being compensated fairly, then producers and composers will go elsewhere. They'll go somewhere else or do something else with their time. And then these content producers, YouTube producers, will have no high quality music to be able to use anymore. And they'll be stuck with just some kind of crappy karaoke versions of songs. So anyways, hopefully this makes you feel a little bit more confident about the future. But again, this is just one tiny story and a massive change to the industry that's happening right now. Of course, we're going to hear more and more about these updates. And in fact, it was, I think, brought up today in one of the hearings. I think it was not the Attorney General, but I guess the Assistant Attorney General or whoever's underneath him. And one of the members was talking about songwriting royalties, talking about how we need to update some of these sort of consent decrees that have been established like in the 1940s, determining what's a fair market rate for songwriters, and et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole bunch of details. I'd have to go look and see what exactly they were talking about. But just so you know, it's out there. Like, there are people that are talking about these issues, and there are people in Congress and at these performing rights organizations that are fighting to try to get you, the composer, the artist, more money. So rest assured, things are happening. The only thing you can count on in the world is consistent change. Things will just always change. Technology will always change. But music is just, it's in our fabric. It's in our bones as human beings. And so I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And I do think that industries will adapt to start rewarding songwriters and producers so that they stick around and keep getting that high quality music that they want.